Jimmy only wants Sofía Vergara to try a little helium. Sounds harmless enough. Take one breath. Say a few words in a ridiculous chipmunk voice, let the whole studio laugh, and move on. Except there's one pretty great problem here. Sofia is already someone whose next sentence is almost impossible to predict. So when you take one of the most recognizable voices in Hollywood and throw helium on top of it, the result somehow sounds even more absurd than you'd expect. And the funny part is, the helium isn't even the most dangerous thing about Sofia, because a few seconds later, her voice goes back to normal. The filter between her brain and her mouth, though, that thing apparently never got installed. Put her next to a talk show host, a co-star, or even Kevin Hart trying desperately to have a serious moment, and Sofia still has this habit of saying the exact thing most people would think about for 2 seconds before deciding, yeah, maybe I shouldn't say that out loud. Kevin figures that out almost the second she sits down.
I can't believe that I come all the way from the United States and you have to be here too.
And if you think that was just a slightly brutal hello, watch what happens when Kevin tries to turn the conversation towards something genuinely serious about his career.
Serious?
It took you a long time, huh?
What?
One sentence is enough to knock Kevin's serious mood off balance, but he still tries to save the moment by explaining that this is a different version of himself. Sofia seems willing to acknowledge the effort. The problem is that compliments from her usually come with an extra part nobody asked for.
I was
I'm a
just
leading
curious.
man.
Yes,
Yeah.
very good. Good for you, but
Yeah.
it took a long time.
You know,
By now, Kevin should know the rule. Never hand Sofia a sentence that is too easy to twist. But he still tries to put the two of them on the same side of another argument. Most people wait until someone finishes before objecting. Sofia detects the danger halfway through and immediately starts protecting her own reputation.
That was a glee.
Why are you putting me in your group?
I'm gonna go down and take you with me.
No, Kevin.
Kevin can fight back with speed. Ellen uses a different strategy. Give Sofia an English word difficult enough and watch what happens. She tries to pronounce it, gets the definition, and instead of calmly accepting that she has learned a new word, Sofia starts questioning whether Ellen is playing fair at all.
You're just doing it to ruin my
It is a word.
station.
It means confused or disorganized, discombobulated.
Discombobulated.
That is the kind of argument where Sofia can somehow turn a dictionary into a personal dispute. But when Ellen drops the long words and moves to something much easier, gifts, the self-censorship does not improve. The question is harmless. The only mystery is whether Sofia will choose the safe answer or the first one that enters her head.
I get gifts.
Yeah, what kind of gifts do you get?
Sexy gifts.
Sexy gifts?
Ellen barely gets time to recover before the conversation moves one step further. Which body part is Sofia most proud of? Plenty of guests would laugh, dodge it, or pick an answer safe enough for daytime television. Sofia only has to look at Ellen as if both of them already know the question never needed to be asked.
What body part are you most proud of?
I mean, please, Ellen.
The funny thing is that Sofia does not need a provocative subject to lose the filter. Jimmy Kimmel only asks about tennis shoes, something so ordinary it should be impossible to start an argument over. Within seconds, she has created an entire set of circumstances in which those shoes are apparently allowed to exist in her life.
Is it hard for you to wear tennis shoes?
Yes,
It is.
tennis shoes are only for sports activities and
Right.
touristy activities.
For Sofia, this is less a preference than an entire philosophy about high heels. Spending more time at home made plenty of people comfortable with casual clothes. She was apparently waiting to return to the thing that makes everyone else's feet hurt. Jimmy pushes a little further, and her explanation somehow becomes even more extreme than the original preference.
She gave up on them.
I couldn't wait for the COVID to finish because I wanted high heels.
You wanted to get back in the heels, yeah.
I don't even know how to sit without them. I don't know. It's really weird.
And if shoes can become that serious, questions about what is fair have almost no chance of turning Sofia into a polished spokesperson. Jimmy brings up the fact that she is both a contestant and a producer. She hears the question and decides this is probably not the day to manufacture the perfect PR response.
Is it fair for you to be a contestant and producer of the show? Because I know, like Alex Trebek wouldn't do that.
No, I mean, I don't know about that. I don't care. What I think...
That bluntness gets even funnier when there is no host around setting her up. During a tour of her house, Sofia walks into a kitchen with a magnificent-looking stove, the perfect setup for a celebrity to talk about a deep love of cooking. She takes the shorter route and explains what her actual relationship with the thing really is.
Is la cornue. I don't know anything at all about it because I do not cook. I don't want to learn to cook, but my son Manolo is great at cooking and he said that this was what I needed in the house. So here it is. I only care that it looks amazing.
In other words, a beautiful kitchen does not need a fake inspirational story attached to it. She talks about the rest of the house with exactly the same attitude. When guests become so comfortable that getting them to leave becomes difficult, Sofia realizes the design worked. Although the way she describes it sounds more like she accidentally built an extremely effective social trap.
So when that started happening, that I realized it's so difficult to get the people out of the freaking house, I realized that we had done a great job.
From the living room to the bedroom, Sofia seems determined to make everything look so perfect that even she becomes nervous about using it. The bed is the best example. During the day, it looks too neat to mess up. Someone else might simply lie down anyway. Sofia invents another solution that preserves the bed while sacrificing a completely different area instead.
We're practical because sometimes the bed is all perfect and I don't want to ruin it during the day. So what I do is that I ruin all this.
There's also the closet, the getting ready space, and an entire organization system designed to make choosing clothes easier. In theory, it should be perfect for somebody busy. Then Sofia destroys the whole message herself with one short admission about a habit that no amount of interior design has managed to fix.
To know exactly what I need, but I'm still late.
If cameras inside her house reveal how easily Sofia exposes herself, Manolo can do it even better. Her son opens a Q&A with what sounds like an innocent question. If the two of them had a cook-off, who would win? It sounds like an invitation for some playful competition. Sofia does not allow the competition enough time to exist.
Who would win?
Me. Because you don't know how to cook, I think.
I mean, I don't even think there was gonna be a competition. I don't even know what to...
No. This is easy. I love this. Next.
She does not just choose herself, she eliminates Manolo's potential argument before he can make one. So he changes direction and asks something a little more dangerous. Has she ever used his name to get out of trouble? This is where many parents would start protecting their image. Sofia treats it like a simple yes or no question and then voluntarily makes the confession funnier.
I have no idea.
Be honest, have you ever used my name to get out of trouble?
Absolutely. It doesn't work. They do not care, but I've tried.
That honesty becomes even clearer while they are doing something very specific, promoting food. In the middle of the interview, Manolo notices evidence of an empanada right on his mother. Instead of quietly cleaning herself up and moving on, Sofia turns the tiny accident into an admission that she has a fairly basic problem with the product she is supposed to be selling.
Have empanada all over.
I have empanada all over my... this is the problem. I'm trying to sell empanadas. I mainly eat them all before I sell them.
At this point, Manolo has enough evidence to present a larger theory. Maybe his mother's businesses are mostly things she wants to use for free. This would normally be the moment to defend the brand. Sofia reacts more like someone who just heard her private business strategy read out loud a little too accurately on camera.
All her businesses are just stuff that she wants to use for free.
Yeah, I'm gonna fall from this chair.
And Manolo still is not done. This is a nationwide interview. The cameras are rolling. Food is sitting directly in front of Sofia, and she keeps eating. When her son points out the obvious, she does not apologize in the normal way. She builds an entire defense case using the early schedule and the exact number of empanadas as evidence.
Nothing. Why?
I didn't have breakfast. They made me come here so early. I'm sorry. It's only been 3 empanadas. I don't know what's the problem.
Yeah.
Around Manolo, the only consequence of speaking too freely is getting roasted by her own son. On America's Got Talent, sometimes the stakes are a little more real. One act asks Sofia to participate in something involving sword swallowing, and simply hearing the proposal seems to wipe out every television skill she has for pretending to stay calm.
Right over here.
I'm not gonna swallow anything.
No. You.
No.
Wait. Stand right there. You and I are gonna swallow a sword.
Her first reaction already looks real enough, but the better part comes afterward, when Sofia makes no effort to pretend she was braver than she really was. Asked how it felt, she describes the fear exactly as it seemed to happen inside her head: specific, messy, and slightly horrifying. There is no attempt to polish it into a graceful judge's comment.
Can I be honest with you? Sofia was atrocious.
Bro, you don't know what it felt like. When you touch it, it feels like it's stuck in there and I was going to hurt him.
She does not need swords to deliver a strong verdict either. With another act, all it takes is the performer working in exactly the kind of talent she already dislikes. Judges usually try to wrap criticism inside a few positive sentences. Sofia takes the shorter road and lets everyone know exactly how she feels about the entire category. Sometimes the show does not even need a contestant. Howie asks a bizarre question about which side of her butt is stronger. What makes the moment work is not the question itself, but watching Sofia genuinely try to process it. She repeats it, considers it, and seems to wonder whether this is information normal adults are somehow supposed to know about themselves.
Be careful, Sofia! Which is your strong butt?
My strong butt?
Which side is your strong butt?
I don't know. I've never thought about that.
But not everybody takes damage from Sofia's answers in person. Sometimes the target is not even there to defend itself. Ellen once asks about the family dog, and within seconds the Chihuahua receives a brutally direct performance review. No a little difficult, no strong personality. Sofia chooses a shorter and much stronger description.
Idiot.
It's a Chihuahua?
I mean,
It's an idiot?
it doesn't even look like a Chihuahua. It looks like it's some kind of teddy bear. Look at them. Look at
Yeah.
them. It's like,
And she does not stop at insulting the dog. In Sofia's version of events, it has carried out a remarkably successful family takeover, stealing the attention, taking the bed, and eventually taking her husband too. It sounds like miniature marital drama, except the villain is a Chihuahua with absolutely no idea it is being accused on national television.
everything that was mine. It's not laughing thing.
Yeah.
It's horrible. She has taken my husband, my bed, you know.
Ellen suggests that the dog's behavior could probably be changed through training. Sofia immediately turns pet training into something almost philosophical. Would it be cruel to change someone who has already lived that way for years? The logic may wobble a little, but the seriousness with which she starts calculating the dog's human age sends the argument somewhere much funnier.
No,
I've
but,
changed names.
but how horrible to change someone that is already 6 years old. In dog years, she was like, what, like 50-something? So change her name for no reason? To put what kind of name? Taquito or burrito or...
The dog is not the only family member who gets discussed without much censorship. When Jimmy asks about working with Manolo, Sofia does not try to make herself sound like the mother who motivated her son with beautiful life lessons. She names a more effective tool: money, plus enough professional flexibility to make the whole negotiation sound like a contract. Nobody bothered reading closely.
And he wouldn't do it. He hated it. And the moment I said, listen, $20,
I was doing accents.
everything.
Yeah.
And there is one moment that makes this whole style feel less like a television persona. Talking with Tyler Henry, Sofia describes her late aunt as someone who had no filter and would constantly say or do completely inappropriate things. She talks about it so naturally that bluntness starts to sound less like a performance and more like a familiar language inside the family.
Was a person that didn't have like a filter, so she would always like say or do something that was like completely like inappropriate.
Maybe that is why Sofia is often funniest when somebody messes with her first. At that point, there is even less reason to keep the response safe. After a prank involving Simon Cowell, she has every opportunity to finish with a polite television comment. Sofia chooses something else, shorter, sharper, and much closer to a warning, carrying her own signature.
But you know what? At the end of the day, that's what he gets for messing with a Colombia. So this is his payback.
From the Helium voice that sounds like a cartoon character, to the answers that make Kevin Hart, Ellen, Jimmy, Manolo, or an entire judge's table hesitate for a second, Sofia rarely feels like somebody trying to manufacture a viral moment. She simply says whatever is already sitting on the tip of her tongue, and the comedy takes care of itself. If you had to pick one Sofia moment where she said something so blunt nobody in the room was ready for it, drop it in the comments. And for more celebrity moments like these, like and subscribe.